We took it to the Supreme Court, and we lost it at the Supreme Court. And so we have, it's been implemented in Saskatchewan. We didn't like it, but we still, it was still applied to Saskatchewan. But this really became about fairness when the Prime Minister allowed for an exemption in one part of the country that largely benefited one part of the country. And look, we don't begrudge the people in Atlantic Canada who are proportionally benefiting from the exemption. It's really about looking for the same type of treatment. Look, people in Saskatchewan are still going to pay the carbon tax on fuel. They're going to still pay the carbon tax on their electricity bills. There will be a carbon tax applied, and so this may mean an adjustment to the rebate that's paid, but again, that's the federal government's decision. We know that the Parliamentary Budget Office has indicated that the average household in Saskatchewan will pay about $600 more this year in carbon tax than they'll receive in a rebate. That's going to go up to about $1,400 by 2030. And so, it remains to be seen what's going to happen to the rebate, but ultimately our view is that if the Prime Minister thought that a reduction in the carbon tax and a reduction in the rebate for Atlantic Canadians meant that would be a net positive in terms of affordability for those residents, surely it should, the economics should hold true for Saskatchewan. So we view that this is going to be a net positive in terms of affordability issues in the province of Saskatchewan.
That the decision not to remit essentially is going to hurt people in Saskatchewan. They will no longer get the rebate. The rebate actually provides more money for most families in Saskatchewan. In fact, I think Minister Duncan actually said that the price on pollution, pulling it off, will save people $400. Well, the rebate this year for a family of four is $1,500, and in rural areas it's $1,800. The only people that are going to benefit from what Minister Duncan and Premier Moe are doing are people who earn more than $250,000 a year. Premiers, just like Prime Ministers, are responsible for passing laws, and they expect their citizens to abide by those laws. If you do not have that expectation, you have anarchy. And for a provincial premier to take the position that they will actually simply ignore a law that was upheld by the Supreme Court of Canada is reckless and irresponsible and almost unheard of in the history of this country.